What I'm about to do to this salvia microphylla or shrubby salvia might seem harsh at first, but it really is the thing that I found to make it bounce back ever so strongly and vigorously when the spring and the warmer weeks approach. Now, they are generally seen as being tender, but I have found them to be pretty hardy. As long as you leave the leaves and the twigs and the stems after their flowering period in the summer, you leave those over the winter, and as soon as spring approaches, it's really then the right time to cut them hard. And that's exactly what I'm going to be demonstrating today. So here behind me, I have a few shrubby salvias. You might know some common varieties such as Salvia hot lips or amethyst lips or Nachtvlinder or my absolute favorite Royal Bumble, and they really, really appreciate a hard cut down. This encourages them to put on new leaves and new growth. It keeps them vigorous, it keeps them healthy, and it just prevents them from getting too leggy, which doesn't look good and also doesn't suit their flowering needs. Of course, there is always the risk of a late frost coming through, but I must admit by this time, and it's normally here about sort of mid to late March, they are pretty much ready to go back into growing. So even if you do prune them hard now when a frost does come, in my experience, they seem to survive. So I'm going to show you how to prune, and really I'm not going to hold back. And I hope that I can convince you to do the same, because they are often left to become leggy and to become really, really woody. And this, I think, tends to cause problems with their flowering and with their overall vigor and health. So cut them right back. That gives them the most light, the most air movement, and they just absolutely love it because they come back with a beautiful, fresh new vigor, and it is truly, for me, one of the first signs of a spring that has finally sprung. So as you can see, they're not looking very good at the moment, and already there are some other flowers starting to pop up through the bottom. Those are tulips, and there's some new fresh growth coming through the salvias as well. So this for me is a good time to get stuck in. I've actually left it a little bit later than normal, and I'm quite keen to get them really cut down, just to open it all up and allow for some of the other color to show. So let's go. This is a particularly vigorous variety, and I'm really going to cut right down and remove almost half or even more of its growth. Oh, and nothing beats that incredible aroma of cutting into salvia stems. Don't be scared. These plants really, really don't mind being cut down, certainly when the worst of the winter has passed. You can, of course, do this with a much bigger pair of secateurs and really give them sort of a kind of a overall haircut. But I like going in with my smaller pair to really, really cut down and away at the stems. There really is no right and wrong here. It's just a matter of opening it up and really not being scared of taking down all of this woody growth. And you can see from this plant how much there is. Gosh, it's vigorous. So there you can see really a tiny bit of its original plant being left behind. Now I've removed all of that growth and I have all of these left to do. So I'm actually going to substitute these for a much bigger pair and really just give it a bit more of a harsh trim, just to speeden up the process a bit more. But you can see that you can cut it down very hard, and I probably could do even more than that. I really am looking forward to using these because I think the process will be much quicker and a lot more satisfying. But before I cut down the rest of them, I do just want to talk to you about how I grow them and how I found them to be the most successful. I've mentioned that they are deemed as being tender. However, in the UK and certainly in other warmer climes, they are absolutely hardy. It's more, in my opinion, about the winter wet that would kill them rather than the cold. They're able to withstand quite a lot of frost, but if they're in a position in the garden where water doesn't drain away at their roots, they might then be inclined to rot away. So plant them in garden soil, really, that is free draining, working in a lot of grit or material that just allows sort of that clayey structure to be broken up, and they will be absolutely fine. These have been growing beautifully for me for more than 3 years now, and every year I do the same. I let them grow over the summer months, I let them flower, I leave them be over the winter, even if they do look a bit straggly and a bit grey and dull. And then as soon as the warmer months appear, and now we're heading towards late March, I find it's the best time to really cut them down hard, and they just bounce back really beautifully. So let me finish off the rest of these plants right now. Right, in I go. I'm not even pruning necessarily at a particular node or, at a particular strategic place. I'm really just going in, and I trust that as per normal, they will just come back fighting. So I'm really collecting a lot of material here now, but it is going to really benefit them. So I shall finish this one, and that will be that. I have one more here, and I'm going to really, really cut this one hard as well, and hopefully this close-up shows you just how relentless, I guess, I'm going to be. And that's it. That is all I am left with. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I am left with after a rather vicious attack on my salvias. But do you know what? I am confident that they will be absolutely fine. And not just fine, I'm certain they will be thriving in a few weeks to come. But this just shows you how hard I actually cut them back and how much material I ended up removing. So hopefully, if you've ever been concerned or worried about pruning your shrubby salvias, this video will just show you how harsh I do them and how every year I'm always, I don't know, pleasantly surprised that they come back better and stronger for it. Let me know in the comments if you do the same, or perhaps you hold off on pruning for a while longer, depending on where you live. You might wait for later in the year when you're certain that all dangers of frost have passed. I'd love to hear from you. Perhaps you don't even prune yours, but yeah, in my experience, I've certainly found that it's the best practice for them, and they really, really do come back very quickly. I'll probably have to do a follow-up video on this one and show you within a few weeks how much stronger they're growing. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.